My name is Maggie Craig. I am 19 years old. I am a freshman here at Mount Union, and I came from Canton, Ohio, which is like 30 minutes away.
My name is Vinny Kama. I am 20 years old. I'm a sophomore. I'm from Strongsville, Ohio, and
My name is Logan McGee. I am 21 years old. I'm from East Canton, Ohio, and I'm a junior.
My name's Travis Wiley. I'm a senior here at the University of Mount Union, and I was born and raised just outside of Alliance here in a little town called North Benton.
So, choosing Mount Union is actually a really interesting story, and it usually hits people in the gut when I tell them. When I was in the 8th grade, I dated a boy named Cody, and he had super bad mental health problems, and I actually watched him end his own life. And his number one aspiration was to go to Mount Union. Was his dream. It's actually the only sweatshirt I have from him was his Mount Union sweatshirt. I still have it. It's vintage. So I actually chose Mount Union just kind of to follow through his dreams because he couldn't do it himself.
so my parents are actually both legacies. They both came here in the 80s, and for the longest time I didn't want to come to Mount. I actually wanted to go to BW. But my parents, they just kind of stayed on me about it. They're like, hey, just go look at it. Go check it out. You'll like it. I was like, okay, fine. It'll get you guys to get off my back. I'll go check it out. So I did, and when I stepped on campus, it was kind of like around this time, 3-4 years ago, and I mean, it was instant. I fell in love with it.
There's a lot of reasons why, but to make a very long list short, I'm from the area, so as a freshman, a way that I was able to save money is by commuting to campus. So that was one of the reasons. Another reason is I am a trustee scholar, and being able to participate in the presidential scholarship competition, of which I got the trustee scholarship, that was a great influence for me to come here. And the last main reason is being local and driving up to Alliance to go out to eat or to go shopping. I always drove past Mount Union and thought it was a really nice campus. And a couple of my friends who graduated above me go to Mount Union, and they were telling me stories about it. So like I said, it was a multitude of reasons why I chose to come here.
There were a couple factors that went into my choosing Mount Union as a university. First of all, my oldest brother, actually my only sibling, is a alumni of Mount Union. I grew up around this school. He went here. I saw his dorms when I was a kid. And like I said, I was born and raised here in Alliance, so I'm really used to the school. It was familiar to me. And I am a Japanese major, and Mount Union has one of the best Japanese programs in the state of Ohio. So it was really a happy coincidence that my home school, the place where I felt like I belonged, had the program that I really needed.
My favorite thing about Mount Union is probably the Greek life, just because I've made so many friends, not only in my own sorority, but in other sororities and other fraternities. It's just really, really empowering to walk around campus and have a group of people say hi to you and know they sincerely care about you.
So I am in Sigma Nu. I'm involved with the radio station with RSM, Raider Student Media. I do intramural sports, and I'm involved with the band.
I was like the stereotypically over-involved underclassman. So it was kind of funny, but my email salutation was actually longer than most of the emails that I sent because I listed every organization that I was a part of. And very quickly I learned that was spreading myself way too thin, because although I was doing decent in every organization I was involved with, I wasn't living up to the best I possibly could. So I've really cut back from that. So currently I am the coffee house chair for RPB, which is the programming board on campus, and we do talent shows and a whole bunch of stuff on Fridays. I'm also the program director for WRMU, which is the campus radio station. So it's basically like the head director of that as a student. And I'm also the co-president for Raider Student Media, which is the umbrella organization for WRMU. It's the media department for students here at Mount Union. And then I'm also the current alumni outreach chairman for my fraternity, which is Sigma Nu.
I've been involved with the Japanese club here on campus quite extensively. I joined them my first year here at Mount Union. I was a member, I was a student senator, secretary, vice president, and finally president of the club. I've tutored for the art department. I've assisted with photography students in the photography program. I've been featured in student art expositions here at the campus, and I feel like I've been fairly involved.
So a lot of the kids from my high school actually end up coming to Mount Union just because it's so close and it's a good school and they have really high standards for athletics. And so Mount Union, even somebody who doesn't play a sport, is an incredible place to come just because it's very empowering, because you find your niche and you find what you need, and there's always people that have a matching personality with you.
My favorite thing about Mount Union is definitely the people that I've met. I mean, I've made some of my closest friends here. It's a small enough campus, so, you know, you run into somebody, you're going to see them again. So it's not like you meet somebody one time and you're like, I wonder what happened to that person. You know, you see these people all the time. So you make close friends and you keep them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it would do most people good to look at Mount.
The one thing I really like about Mount Union is the close-knit community feel. I like being on a first-name basis with them, and it's better than just being a random number in a giant lecture hall. And it comes in handy, too. But I think the coolest thing is, because of my involvements and being an outgoing person, anytime I walk across campus, there's at least like 15 people that call me out by name and say hi. And it's a really cool thing just to be walking down the hall and hear people go, hi, Logan, hey, how's it going? And the nice thing about that is, if I'm having a bad day, just having those brief interactions as I'm walking down the hall is enough to improve my morale. And that's something I would not have if I went to a larger college.
So, as a non-traditional student, I started university at 28 years old. I didn't really anticipate there to be a lot of life-changing things about school. I thought, well, I'm pretty well set in my life at this point. But study abroad absolutely changed my life and how I view most everything in it. Being immersed in another culture and seeing how they view aspects of just everyday life different from the thing you've been used to your entire life, I think it would be really difficult to come out of it without changing as a person. I think Mount Union is set apart from other schools in large part by its size. Mount Union is a very small school. We have a small student body, and it allows us to be very connected and very close to not only the faculty but the staff members at the university. And it provides a family atmosphere that you wouldn't find somewhere like OSU or YSU, where they have 100 times the students we do here at Mount Union.